We only use one of 3 companies' products. We tend to use either Alex Seal, Jotun or All Grip products, which is part of Akzo Nobel, which is international paints. These are the ones we trust and have used for over 20 years now. Depending on the customer preference, we know all these products are good, so if somebody, rather than wait for 2 to 3 weeks for a product, we can swap to another product that we know is still just as good. Right, so this is our paint shop. As you can see, it's insulated and we've got a full extraction system to get rid of the fumes, so we're able to spray, where a lot of our competitors, again, they will only hand paint, which can be very time consuming. The paint takes a lot longer to dry, so you've got more chance of moisture getting in and dust and stuff. We've tried to do the best we can with the facilities we have, and it works pretty well, to be fair. We use a lot of different spraying techniques. Some is designed to get thicker products on. So we start off the system with an airless sprayer. This one's actually an air-assisted airless because it gives you a much better finish. It's a Graco Mercure and it's a 40:1. So for every 1 PSI we put in to the pump, at the tip, we'll multiply that by 40 times. So, if we're putting 10 PSI, we're getting 400 at the tip. So, we can get a lot of pressure through this system. We can put paint into the hopper. So we can put up to sort of 5 litres of paint at a time into the hopper, and we can go around the boat, or if we're spraying boards or whatever we're doing. And we haven't got to worry about keep refilling. So it's a very good, quick, efficient way of spraying. And we can put the epoxy coatings on with this machine as well. Some of the epoxies we use can be up to 90 to 100% solid, so they're very thick products. We do have to thin it down a little bit with this machine. We have got a bigger airless machine, which is just an airless machine, which is a 60:1 airless sprayer, which will actually spray the epoxy neat. Then we can go to the DeVilbiss HD Advanced gun, which once we've got the boat to a certain level, if we're just doing some tidying up of the finishing primer or covering fillers, we'll use that gun. That's available as a gravity-fed gun, or we can have that as a suction gun as well. So that'll do our primers. Once we go to our top coats, again, we have different types and styles of gun. So this is a suction gun. So we have a pressure pot, so we can get up to 1 litre of paint in this one. This is another pressure pot where I think that's 5 litres there. So depending on the size of the boat, the size of the job we're doing, we don't have to keep refilling paint. We can just go around, keep spraying and spraying, which is why, I prefer the spraying method to hand painting, because we can just keep going round and round the boat. With this machine, we can probably get up to 200, 300 microns of paint on in a session, in a day. When we're looking at top coats, we're only looking at probably 40 to 50 microns easily in a day. We take the painting very serious. We've also got the gravity gun if we're doing smaller jobs. These are different. This is a DeVilbiss Sea Spray gun, which is designed specially for the marine industry. In the car industry and the finishing side of it, they want to get very small amounts of paint. It's all about no overspray. They have to work to very tight standards. So they don't want a lot of overspray. They'll sacrifice a bit of finish for the overspray and the cost, basically. Whereas this gun is designed to have quite a lot of overspray, but it gives you a really, really good finish. So that's designed just for the marine industry. They couldn't actually buy that and use it in the car refinishing industry. This is a viscosity cut. So especially in boat yards, our temperatures always vary. So our paint's going to vary. The only way we can measure and make sure that we're putting the same paint on all the time to get the same finish all the time is to measure the paint thickness and viscosity. So we use that cup to make sure that the paint is exactly how we want it every time. And that's why I'd like to use the pressure pots, because once that paint's mixed and it's up to the right viscosity, we can just keep going round and round the boat. If we have to put 4 or 5 coats on a day to make sure we get the build up, then we can do that. Sometimes if it's a bit colder, then we have to do lots of lighter coats and then put more coats on. In the summer it's not too bad, 3 coats, and you can get it up to the design thickness we need quite easily. So I've just got a little tester here, which is just to set the machine up, but you can see you've got your microns there, so you literally would put this on the side of the boat and it'll measure the thickness of paint we've got, so that we know once the boat's finished and we've sent the boat out, we can just make sure that we are up to the manufacturer's recommendations. So that's pretty much the painting process. So any questions on it, please feel free to give us a call.